If there's one thing that really grinds my gears, more annoying than most other things in the world, you know, it's not just like stepping in a wet puddle with a sock on kind of annoying. It's worse than that. Unnecessarily moving. And as you can see, that's the predicament I find myself in. And there's so many things that can go wrong with moving. You know, the movers can drop your stuff, unexpected circumstances can happen, everything is expensive. But the scariest thing to me is you never truly know who your neighbors are going to be in the place that you're moving into. And today's video may be the worst neighbor I've ever seen in my life. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jesse Lyon, a licensed counselor who gives you the psychology behind pop culture. And today we're reacting to a neighbor who is in court. This is courtroom footage. Courtroom footage of a neighbor who is suing to get the Wi-Fi password. It's not even their Wi-Fi, but they're suing to get the Wi-Fi password. And so we're going to react to it and see what kind of nonsense is going on inside this person's brain. But before we do me a favor, hit like and subscribe down below if you want to make sure you don't get sued by me for infringing upon my free content without giving me my due deserved like and subscribe. Hit it down below because it does help spread mental health content with those who need it most. Let's get into it. Okay. Shout out to Mayday over on the Discord server for sending me this video, by the way. If you want to join the Discord, lionmentalhealth.com, sign up for the emails. You'll get the invite to the Discord over there. And you can also chat with me throughout the week and subscribe and send me videos that you want me to react to as well. Let's get to this one.
Pursuing to gain access to the defendant's Wi-Fi passcode?
That's right, Your Honor.
I love this guy. Look the judge is like, look at his face. He's like, in all my goddamn years, I haven't been to school for this long to have to deal with this kind of bullshit. You know, I don't know. It's just how I imagine he talks in his head. And then you get to this part, and he's like, okay. And then you get to this part, and he's like, "That's right, Your Honor. I'm suing for the Wi-Fi password. Don't look at me like that. I know what I'm doing. I'm a grown-ass man. This beard doesn't reek of Cheeto dust and body odor for nothing. I have served my time, and this is my right. It's a free country, and Wi-Fi should also be free." I just look at the confidence in those eyes. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. The little head shake too. Yes, I know what I would like. I would like the Wi-Fi password, please. It's my right.
Please.
Go for it.
Tell us what's going on with that.
Well, I've been living across the hallway from Jennifer for about 2 years now.
Okay.
It's everything about this guy, man. This is the guy at the dinner party who says, you know, the earth is flat and everybody knows it. And he's like, no, the earth is not flat. He's like, well, you just haven't been informed. You know, you're reading the wrong stuff. I bet you read the local news and the major media outlets. And you see, that's your problem right there. You know, you've met this kind of person before. I know it. And it's wild.
Okay, when you say live across the hallway, is this I'm assuming this is like an apartment or a condo?
Condo.
Okay, all right. Please continue.
And I've been happily using her internet signal.
I bet you have. I've been happily using her internet signal for quite some time. It's been great.
Without any problems. And up until recently, I come to find out there was a password put on it. And
Can you believe that, Your Honor? Come to find out, you know, there I am, loaded up my favorite category of Pornhub. I'm about to do it, and lo and behold, the worst thing that could have happened, Your Honor, there's a password for the Wi-Fi. I couldn't believe it. The travesty of the world that we live in. Just unbelievable.
went across the hall to ask Jennifer
naturally,
nicely several times for the password.
Your Honor, I did ask nicely several times. Please let the record show. Stenographer, you got that right? I asked nicely several times. Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure. Making sure.
But she keeps on refusing.
Okay, let me ask you.
What an absolute monster. Keeps refusing.
So you've been using her Wi-Fi pass code?
No.
How long? For how long?
Wi-Fi for 2 years.
For the past 2 years? Okay. Did she know that you were using her password?
I just thought she did because, you know, especially at the point where I asked for the password. But
No.
Well, I thought she did, especially at the point that I asked for her password. I mean, I assume she knew at that point. Yeah, no shit.
No, sir. What I'm asking you is prior to you asking for the password itself, the Wi-Fi password, did she have knowledge that you were using it? Did you tell her, oh, by the way, I'm going to be using your...
Look. This poor lady, man. She's like, how am I here? How am I here? Remember, she's the defendant. She didn't take him to court because of his nonsense. He took her to court to get the Wi-Fi password. Let the record show. Remember, she got drug into this. And, you know, it's not like you can't just decide not to show up to court. Like, if somebody sues you, you have to show up to court. This lady's probably living her life just like a regular person. And she's like, are you kidding me? This kind of stuff scares me. Frivolous lawsuits, like, bruh.
I didn't say anything, no.
You never said anything. Okay, let me ask you this. How did you know that it was her password, Wi-Fi password that you were using? I mean, her Wi-Fi that you were using, sir?
The name of the network was Everett Wi-Fi. So, you know.
And she lives across the hall and you put two and two together. Ma'am, were you aware that he was using your Wi-Fi?
No, Your Honor. I only became aware that someone was using my...
Why does she looks exactly like Kimmy Schmidt, right? Do you guys know that? The unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? Look at that. She looks exactly like that, no?
my Wi-Fi when the bills started going up exponentially.
Wait. How does the Wi-Fi is just Wi-Fi. How does the bill go up? Hold on. The plot thickens.
Okay. And when he came to you and says, I need your Wi-Fi password, how did you...
Is she paying, like, per gigabyte of usage? That's insane. No.
react or respond to that?
I politely told him that I could not give that to him because it was getting too high and getting out of my price range. I started my bill at about $100 a month, which...
She tells him it's not because she doesn't want to share. It's because the bill's too high. I'd be like, on the principle of the thing, it's my damn Wi-Fi. You ain't going to have it, even if it was free. I don't know. Maybe I'm an asshole, but I think as a counselor, and I'm thinking boundaries here. This is mine, not yours. You go deal with it. I
thought was fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
And then it skyrocketed to $150 a month.
Okay. Mr. Khan, did she tell you about the cost of her Wi-Fi bill?
Yes.
Did you, since you wanted to use
Yes.
it, did you offer to maybe pay for it or pay a fraction of it? Did you, any of that?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, when she blasts her music and I hear it across the hallway, I have to be subjected to it.
Oh, the justification. Well, I shouldn't have to pay because she personally assaults me with her Taylor Swift music. And Your Honor, you have no idea the psychological torment that I must deal with. So the least she could do is give me the Wi-Fi password and let me run her bill up. That's wild.
To me, that's payment enough.
Okay,
Payment enough.
That, but
Payment enough. I got to listen to her music. Payment enough.
sir, when Miss Everett told you how much her bill was, did you say, I understand, I will pay your Wi-Fi bill, or I'm willing, since I'm using it, I'm willing to pay a fraction of it?
Why does that even matter? Like, why is he even asking that? Because that shouldn't be even part of the situation. Like, if I buy a car and my neighbor wants to use my car, my neighbor can't just offer to pay me to use my car and then I have to give it to him. Like, it's my car. I don't gotta give this person nothing. Especially he's looking like Sasquatch man over here.
That would be a yes or no question, sir.
No.
No, and why not?
Well, I just figured, if I have to hear music, and it drifts across the hall, it's kind of like the radio, the signal. It's the airwaves belong to the people.
The airway.
Airways belong to the people. I had a neighbor like this in an old apartment I lived in. We had a birthday party for my 6-year-old niece at like 3 p.m., like middle of the freaking day. And so, of course, there's a couple little kids over and they're like, tromping around the house, 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Neighbor comes up, says, you got to quiet it down. I can't sleep. I don't know. Right? First of all, why are you sleeping at 3 p.m.? Like it's the middle of the goddamn day. gets so upset, comes several times. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we're having a birthday party. It's not loud. We're not even playing music. It's just the steps of the children on the ceiling because we were second floor, they were first floor. And then calls the cops on us because we're having a children's birthday party at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Some people, man, I just don't know how they think. You know, some people, and this is a brief psychology moment, like some people observe the facts and then try and formulate an opinion based on the facts. Other people have an opinion and then manipulate the facts to support their opinion. I want free Wi-Fi, so I'm going to justify it. And that's a huge difference. Maturity is I look at the facts and I try and understand reality. Immaturity and child self-centeredness, it's like a narcissistic, a childlike narcissism, right? Says, this is what I want, so I'm going to use the facts to justify it. And that's exactly what you're seeing with this gentleman. Very immature behavior.
Belong to the people, so you're entitled to the airway of her Wi-Fi coming from her home.
Even the judge.
Okay, are you aware of the fact that in order for her music to work, that she probably has to use some type of electricity to operate whatever device she's using to allow that music to play? Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Are you aware of the fact that there's probably that same electricity that's being used to put her Wi-Fi system into
Good point, Judge.
the waves, as you put it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you paying for the electricity inside of her home?
No.
So how are you entitled to anything that's coming from her residence if you're not paying for anything? I'm confused on that.
Me too, buddy.
Well, the radio signal from the router comes across the hallway. It's already there.
But you're not paying for the electricity that allows her to use whatever system she's using to make that music possible. You're just benefiting from it.
Well, I don't benefit from the music, but that's another story.
Okay.
See, now you've gone too far. You've complicated the situation and tried to introduce logic. And there's no way he can follow you. You've already gone over his head. Oh, believe it or not, there's a part 2 to this. Here we go.
If you're not going to pay for my Wi-Fi, I cannot give you the passcode for it, which I thought was fairly reasonable. And now he's started to harass me about it.
What do you mean by harass? How is he harassing you?
Well, he knocks on my door at all hours of the day and night, and he leaves
the
I
night
got some
too?
notes that he's left.
Sticky
Yeah,
notes?
can you get those notes from
Bro, no, bro, sticky notes on the door and knocking. Where's the Wi-Fi password? Just what's his thought here? Like, I'm just gonna harass her until she gives it to me? Like, does he think he's just gonna wear her down? This is what scares me about people, right? Like, especially in like when you get into romance and dating relationships, it's like this thought that, oh, well, the thing that I want is the right thing, so I'm just gonna be persistent enough until I get it, even when they tell me no. That is not how that works. I'm all for persistency, but as a mental health counselor, let me just say, there's a huge difference between being persistent and then being harassing. If somebody says no, you stop persistence, right? If somebody business opportunity, I talk about this as an entrepreneur all the time. Be persistent, right? Keep pursuing your goals, like be relentless in that. But if somebody says stop, you have to respect that. That is not persistence. That is delinquency, okay? That is not okay.
For me, I want to see
Far too many people don't understand that distinction.
where she has.
These two.
Oh my God, this is going to be great.
He leaves them on my door, so when I go out, I
This
come
was
back
left
for
on your
them.
door?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Connor, tell me if this sounds familiar. I want the Wi-Fi password, young lady. Did you write that?
Young lady. No. Hit it with the young lady. Excuse me, little miss. I need you to understand something.
It sounded better in my head.
You know, Your Honor, now that you put it that way, it did sound better in my head. I'm really coming across like an asshole when you say it with that intonation. Let me give you a different rehearsal. Excuse me, young lady. I would appreciate it greatly if you gave me the Wi-Fi password. That's the way it sounded in my head, Your Honor. That's the way it sounded in my head. I can't be held accountable for a misread.
I have another one.
Jennifer,
I have an important project for work due tomorrow. My job rests on this project. I need my Wi-Fi back.
That's my favorite part, is like, Okay, I've construed the facts to support my predisposition, my opinion. And now, because it's not working, now I'm going to resort to guilt, right? This is your fault if my project doesn't get turned in because you wouldn't give me the thing that I wanted. That is not how that works, buddy.
Thanks,
She ain't got, she could purposely sabotage your project, and that's allowed too.
Rick. My
Rick.
Wi-Fi? The same Wi-Fi that she's paying for. The same Wi-Fi that she's paying the electricity for.
Yes,
You're
Honor.
saying, now you're saying it's mine. Like you own it. No. Mr. Connors, that is not how this works. You have a job, I'm assuming, because you said that you have your job rests on this project. You have a job?
Yes, Your Honor.
You get paid nicely? I'm assuming this condo that you guys live in is a very nice place?
It is a lovely place. I do like living there.
Okay.
I look at Liz. She's just trying to make it through, man. Bless her heart. Someone find her and send her a cupcake. God damn.
And so you have no problem paying your mortgage there at your condo?
No, Your Honor.
So why?
It's the chin. It's the chin. No, Your Honor. No. Well, the airways are free, and I have no problem paying for my condo, and Wi-Fi should be free as well. She's paying for it. I should have access. I'm within the vicinity of her music, so I should be able to be within the vicinity of her Wi-Fi access.
Won't you just buy your own Wi-Fi service and stop leeching off this young lady's service? You can get your own.
Yeah. Did you know that?
Am I correct in saying that?
It's true.
And why are you, did you say he was knocking on your door or something like that?
Yes, Your Honor. From 7 o'clock at night to 2 o'clock in the morning.
No.
1 o'clock in the afternoon.
2 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
No.
2 o'clock in the morning?
Excuse me, young lady. I happen to have a massive erection, and I need to satisfy my primal urges. Will you please give me the Wi-Fi password? It is my right.
Is that true, Mr. Connors?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you justify knocking on somebody's door at 2 o'clock in the morning for anything that's not an emergency? If it's an emergency, call the Mango Park Police Department.
The Mango Park Police Department. Well, everything's making sense. Everything's making sense. Mango Park. I can't imagine very serious people live there. I don't know, did he not think that the 2 a.m. knocking was going to come up? I think a lot of times people are very short-sighted. Again, this is the problem. And this is why I don't worry about people like this too much, because they always reap their just rewards. Because when you come to facts with a pre-drawn conclusion, you're like, I'm justified. I'm going to use the facts to continue to justify myself. You're going to miss stuff. And so he's walking into this courtroom thinking, this is absolutely my right. There's no way this can go wrong, because he's coming to the facts with his own assumptions instead of using the facts to understand the world. And so then when the judge is like, no, let's look at all the facts, including the ones that you're ignoring, like knocking on her door at 2 a.m., he's over there like, well, shit, when you put it that way, I didn't understand. And that's why I don't worry too much about these people, because as annoying as they are, you just press them a little bit. And this is, to be honest, in a lesser sense, this is what counseling is. You just open up the facts and you're like, hey, did you consider, look at what's really going on here? It's like, oh, well, when you put it that way, Jesse, it's kind of obvious. And a lot of counseling sessions are like that.
The music, did you call the Mango Park Police Department about that?
No, Your Honor.
Did you get in contact with the condo association about the music?
Yeah, they said they couldn't help.
Okay, this is what I'm going to recommend. I'm going to recommend that first off, your request for the password is denied. And for her Wi-Fi, the password, that's denied. If you want
Good.
Wi-Fi, I'm going to recommend that you buy your own. Get your own little setup. Whoever your
That's
carrier
right.
service is, have them set up. Maybe they can get you a bundle for your phone, your TV, whatever is inside of your place.
Does this man work for Spectrum Internet? I'll say, you can now bundle your home with Wi-Fi and internet.
Get your own. Okay? Now, I'm
This court session brought to you by Spectrum Internet.
also going to grant her a temporary restraining order against you.
Good
That
job,
means
Judge.
No more leaving notes on her door. That means no more knocking on her door.
That's right.
Not at 7 o'clock in the morning, not at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, not at 2 o'clock at night. Am I making myself clear? If she tells me that she has been that restraining order has been violated in any form, shape, or fashion, I will have the Mango Park Police Department drag you in here, and we will have this conversation again.
There you go,
Am I
Judge.
making myself clear, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. Your case is dismissed. Have a nice day.
What do you think about this video? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Have you run into someone like this? Please let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you'd like to see on the next episode of Jesse Reacts to crazy stuff that happens in life. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.